there's the flail that also does bludgeon. Yeah. Okay. That's going to depend entirely on your playstyle. Like, for instance, for me, I am purposefully using a shield. I played a lot of Bloodborne, and I mean a lot of Bloodborne. And so, I got used to playing without a shield, and so in order to play something different, I'm just going to play Elden Ring as like a paladin. So my character is going to be a paladin, strength and faith. And enough decks that I can actually use some of these swords. Oh, that's bad. No, get off my head, you bastard. Oh, damn. That was a lot of damage he just did. So, as you can see, there are different ways to deal with the enemy. Yeah, basically every time he hits my shield, he takes some of my stamina. So, he hits me and it takes some of my stamina to maintain my shield form so it protects me. But if he overwhelms me, I start actually taking the damage. That's why sometimes you'll see the blocks I take no damage, and sometimes I do the blocks and I take all the damage. It's basically he broke through my guard. Because you just overwhelm somebody with a shield. That's one of the tactics for dealing with a shield bearer, is you just overwhelm them. Just like that. Yep, overwhelmed my shield. Yeah, when he starts swinging wildly, I need to roll to get out of the way of that. I'm basically trying to learn how to be more defensive because it's a different playstyle. It's doing something other than being a Bloodborne hunter, which I can't be in this game. See, in Bloodborne, all the weapons had two forms, a normal version and then their transformed version. And the transformed version totally changed up how those weapons worked. Yeah, you can increase your max stamina. So there, where is my, yeah. So you see all these stats here. You've got Vigor. Vigor is directly tied to how many hit points you have. Mind is how many focus points, which is like your mana supply. Endurance is tied to stamina as well as your loads. You can see underneath the base stats in the center, equipment load. Stamina helps increase how much equipment load you can bear, and then based on how much of that load that you have, you can wear heavier armors, use heavier weapons, and still manage to keep your load going. Poise is basically interrupting your attacks. Discovery is like your magic find. And then memory slots is how many slots I can I can attribute to spells. They're my spell slots, so to speak. Some spells may require multiple slots to make up for the fact that they're stronger, etc. Speaking of which, let's think this through. This is currently doing the best for me. I'm still at medium load. That gives me a little more. And I don't have my talismans. Yeah, no, that's not gonna help. Yeah, none of those talismans help. That's stupid. So every time he hits, he builds up a secondary status effect called hemorrhage. When that bar fills, I take a lot of damage. I haven't reached my new place yet. I've been having some problems with that. We're trying to get it all sorted out. I am currently in a hotel. Yeah, I hope so too. Oh God. No, get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Roll. Damn it. He killed me. Yeah. He got me. That's gonna happen. We'll get there. Yeah. Well, I have to wait for him to fire it and then do something about it. My problem was I wasn't far enough away to have some time to react to him shooting it. I was still too close to him. If I see he's doing that and I back off, it gives me a chance to react to it. By giving me more time to react to it, I should say. Christ, he's got reach. That is some reach he has. There can only be one fastest loser. Why can't it be you? Okay, so if I do this, What is my wondrous physique? Anyways, I got this flask, and it lets me mix things to be able to do different effects with them. I just need to see real quick what those effects are. Where's my wondrous physique? Restores half HP, temporarily raises max stamina. Okay. And what are my... Okay, so we'll deal with that in a second. Oh, thank you. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there.
I got a case of malt liquor stashed in the trunk.
Fuck.
Mr. Marvin Gaye on the CD. We are gonna get all the way down.
Thank you for the donation, Ellis, and... yeah, that didn't seem to work. He seems to be... yeah, that was weird. It looked like it still hit me. So, we'll have to see. Yeah. We'll definitely have to try it again. I didn't recognize that he was doing it immediately was my problem. God! Okay, that worked. Oh god, oh god, 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 get out, get out, get out, get out. Okay. Come on. He doesn't like fire. He doesn't like fire at all. Okay. Utel the Headless. It's a spell that I can learn. It is a spell I can learn. And that's the end of the dungeon. So now I can use this to return to the entrance. No, there are ways to get it to come back, but yeah, for the most part, no. Hey, you have a good one, Kara. I should definitely have enough now. believe I just needed one more strength. Okay, so now if I do... Yeah. Yeah! I now have a hand and a half sword. No, that's definitely a double hand. That caught me off guard a little bit, but here we are. Okay. Alright, so we got there. Give Torrent a chance to get in here. So I am looking down at one of the churches, and then that's also a church, right? Oh no, those are churches. Okay. Oh! Thank you for the donations, Ellis. I appreciate them. Just don't hurt yourself on my account. Okay? Oh, that's a mausoleum. Okay, I see. Okay. If you're sure. Thank you.
I got a case of malt liquor stashed in the trunk.
Thank you.
Mr. Marvin Gaye on the CD. We are gonna get all the way down.
Rest of another visa.
That's a minor air tree. Let's see, where can I get down? Is the question. Ah. All right. Well, I hope you have a good time in Poland, okay? Crest heater shield. Okay. shouldn't have jumped, but it still worked out. Okay. Okay. So a little tip, if you guys are playing Elden Ring, don't jump off of cliffs. Walk off cliffs. When you jump, it actually increases the distance you fall. Oh, it does. It's just if you fall below certain thresholds, you don't take damage. I know better than to think myself invincible. Yes, invisible sheep. The true threat. Is this where I came from? Yeah, this is the Church of Pilgrimage. Okay. So where am I? I'm here. Okay. So we managed to get back down. Oh, because we went up to the Erdbrook tree. Okay, cool. So then next ones will be down here. Ah, I see it now. Tombsburg ruins. Got it. Okay. Yep. And I'm able to see him now. Got him. Gotcha. And that's a flask back. Rats are usually much bigger. A winged scythe, okay. Interesting. Oh, there's a jail around here. That's why I was staked. Okay, this one takes a key. Get to know. And there's the stake. Okay. This must be the next church. The Fourth Church America. There's the Grace. There we go. And there's the Sacred Tear. Okay. Okay, so that takes care of that one. This is the Fourth Church. Okay, so where am I? I am here. That's the Fourth Church. That was nothing. That was the runes, which I already cleared out. What's this down here? Over here. More runes. Okay. Oh, poison swamp. Poison. Poison. Consonant beats. Ambush shard.
It will do no good, I swear it. And yet you persist. You frothing degenerates.
Okay.
It will do no good, I swear it.
Yeah, that's all she says. Okay.